And off we go. Anyway, I'm Tony Holgate, and joining me in the comp box, Nick Finn.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, how are we?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Very good indeed.
Jolly good.
Looking forward to another great weekend of pool.
Well, I've got a nice match-up for you here, Nick.
Yeah.
The man that won the last event.
Yeah, a man who's on form for sure. And not an easy opener here for Chippy against Andrew Patchett. He's a very good, solid player who needs to play his best game to get through this first round. Of course, a race to 7. But Chippy will come into this with so much confidence, having lifted that trophy. Got to so many semi-finals and finals and never really got across the line. Would have been a monkey off of his back for sure, winning that first trophy. I mean, he's won huge events in the past, but you want to lift that silverware, don't you? Just to know that you can do it in this field, and done it he has. Great to see. Shaun's such a very dangerous player. Aggressive, attacking. Could be a quick match. Both players pretty quick.
Well, he's left the cue ball out nicely in a little gap there between the red and the black, and he can get to that yellow down there.
Got a really good lineup for the first day as well, haven't we? But, we've just seen Cormac.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. Wow, indeed.
Was not expecting that miss. Just when you thought the frame was at Chipperfield's mercy.
Yeah, we saw Cormac beat Luke Sanches. Following this game, we've got Greg Batten against Cole Bedford. And then Paul Clack versus Scott Gillespie. Another man who's refinding his best form. Then Carl Morris against Simon Fitzsimmons. And then we get into the last 32 games. We're here all weekend, here until Sunday evening, to wrap things up for this final event of the 2024 season. Well, the last pro event, should I say. I think there's one more to come. And the last time we'll be here for the foreseeable future in Blackpool as well. Which is, well, kind of mixed emotions about it, really. I mean, Blackpool, it's been the home of pool for a long time, hasn't it, Tony? I mean, it's not the nicest place to come, especially for us when we've got to travel all the way up from the West Country. But it was a long old trip. But it's got pool in its bones, hasn't it? It's been here for so many years. I mean, you've played so many comps here back in the early 90s and all the way through the 90s when you were playing.
Yeah, the World Championships first moved here in 1998 from Manchester.
Yeah.
But there's been many different tournaments. I mean, there's a load of the old hotel events. The Cliffs Hotel had the Cliffs Classic. That was massive back in the day. Yeah. Tough. That was really tough to win.
Of course, they even played Moscone Cups here back in the day, didn't they?
Did, yeah.
Be played here as well. And
Winter Gardens.
Yeah, it really is. It really is in the DNA of Blackpool. And I'm sure we'll be back here at some point. But next year, going on the road, we're going to be in Wigan and Bolton for a couple of events in each next year. Really looking forward to that and seeing the new arenas and the new setup. I heard yesterday they're looking at something like 86 tables next year.
97.
97 tables. That's amazing. That really is incredible.
Well, we've seen a couple of unexplained misses there. There's a couple of frames. Oh, sorry, in the first frame. There's a couple of shots. Chippy playing the loss of turn, and he's played it very well indeed. Now Andrew Patchett just hitting this. I don't think it's going to be good enough. Could do with potting it. Not achieved it. So you having a nice drink there, Nick?
Sorry about that. Seems to be a lot of problems with people muting themselves today when they need to.
I'll mute you in a minute. I'll tell you. Again, another good safety there from Chipperfield. He's biding his time. He's got plenty of it by the looks of it in this frame. Oh, my word.
Finds it. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's one you can watch over and over again. I mean, he's part of the both balls, and I just said he's got plenty of time. And oh my word!
It's a tester here, but you actually fancy him to get it now. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was in.
Well.
These tighter pockets really are playing their part in this event nowadays. That would have gone on the old Supreme table. Did expect Andrew to tidy that one away, having got that out of that snooker and potted the ball, but it's first honours to Shaun Chipperfield. He takes the first frame.
And there you see the flailing arm there, just very unlucky to Andrew. He shakes his head. If you look at the cube, it's minding its own business there, and then the red comes and boots it into the corner bag. Yeah, not only that, just look at the open. Yellow's on the table as well.
Nowhere near a pocket, was it? Just that little nudge is going to be the undoing of him here, because you've got to fancy Shaun to take these.
Yeah, you feel aggrieved. If you screw straight into a middle or corner, then it's your fault. You've played a bad break shot, but that wasn't a bad hit, and he also had made a ball. He made a red as well, did Andrew, so you feel a bit gutted.
The little nudge on the red is all of the hard work done now for Shaun Chipperfield. All the yellows are right there. Any problem he did have is now dissolved, and he's away again in frame 2.
It's going to be the long yellow into the bottom left-hand corner now for Shaun Chipperfield. That's splattered into the pocket. Play yellow into the bottom right now. Just got to pull the cube up back, like just stop it dead ready. We'll just come back like an inch. Drop into the middle, black's going in the bottom left, and this will be 2-0 to Chipperfield. Ooh. Got a little bit closer than that red he would have liked, but I'm sure he's okay. I think you can see a bit of the cue ball where he can just pop it with a little bit of side now, just still screw back. He's not happy with that.
No, you could just see him stop for a second, couldn't you?
Played that nicely.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be 2-0. And Andrew Patchett, after missing that red, after a bit of fortune and going in off the break, have seen 2 frames sail by.
These opening games are so big for these professionals. Having come up here on a Thursday, the last thing they want to do is go out in this opening round, because they will not be back in action again until sometime on Saturday, I think. I think we kick off the event 2 on Saturday. I haven't seen the schedule quite, but it'll certainly be late tomorrow, if not Saturday. So, it's a long time then to have to wait to get back on. So these really are key matches, not just in the context of the event, but as I say, the fact that you've come up here, driven up probably a long drive on a Thursday morning, and last thing you want to do is go out early. So, key opportunity to get his first frame on the board. Following that dry break from Shaun Chipperfield. Andrew, of course, in his first season in the pro ranks, having been promoted from the Challenger last year, had a very good year last year. Should be okay. It's just a little bit close to the 8, but he's got just enough angle there. He can roll the cue ball through, leave himself a half ball on the 8. If it was straight, it would be a little bit more awkward. He's just got a bit of angle there.
Screw it back and have it in the other middle if he wants. He can do all sorts with this.
Oh, he can get to the bottom of the cue ball. I thought he was slightly more hampered than that. Oh no.
Oh dear. That wasn't in the script for Andrew Patchett, and I'll tell you what, that was a bad one there. That was, I mean...
But you come back to the shot before, Tony, just that hampered cueing, wasn't it? I mean, it was still unforgivable. He should have still, got a bit better on that 8 ball, but he would have been, he wouldn't have had that issue if it wasn't hampered. It's just come unstuck by just a slightly awry shot. Still should be making that, but if he wasn't hampered on the ball before, he would have been perfect.
Well, if you're Shaun Chipperfield, it's something you just love to see, is your opponent making serious errors. Just adds to your confidence.
Yeah, he'll be through these in about 20 seconds, I'd say. Start the clock.
I mean, if you're Andrew Patchett, you're thinking about the misread in the opener. He's obviously thinking about that. He'll be thinking he should be in front, never mind 3-0 down, but that's what it's going to be in a second.
Yeah. And, he was unfortunate in that second frame, getting kicked in off, but even so, it's been a couple of mistakes from him. Just needs to get this one on the board, get himself in the game, establish himself.
I'll tell you what, the cue was going for the middle then.
It certainly was.
This time he got rescued.
And he took a lot off of that break. I mean, that was probably 50-60% power. A lot of control. Look here, he takes so much off of it.
Yeah, you look at that cue ball, that's heading for the middle bag. I'm telling you, it's arcing in.
Decent result, though.
I wonder how badly that Miss Black will be stuck in his head. Because this isn't easy. Cut the red back into the corner, kicks into the other 2, middle of the table.
Ooh,
how's your form?
What's he left?
I don't know, but it just all feels like things are not going Andrew Patchett's way.
No.
You get those matches when everything you do is wrong, and it seems to get worse and worse and worse the more shots you play.
Yeah.
This just feels like that type of game already.
And he's not even looking at the ball in the middle of the table. He's got the one in the middle of the table as a cut, but he'd rather just take this one into middle. That's a decent recovery.
It's a very good recovery,
yeah,
because he's not only potted it, he's on his next ball. So at the moment, Andrew Patchett is fighting against a tide. Did not want that little snick on the black, but it's okay. It's a recoverable position. If I can actually say that without tying my tongue.
You can just punch this and hold for the one top left. Yeah, could.
And just played off the yellow.
Yellow and 8's in the way here of coming back closer to the red, so he's going to have to take his medicine, top this through and come above middle pocket. Oh, he is screwing back. Maybe he thinks he can just get past them. Oh, he could just pinch past. It's okay. He's left a nice natural angle now just to drift the cue ball out. Didn't know if he could get past the...
Just screw this out a little bit. Screw it up a little bit left, right-hand side.
Oh. Pushed it to the far knuckle, but he's okay. And gets himself a frame on the board. Good solid break. That last little kiss on the red, he's just looking at those intently just to see whether he can get to the one furthest down the table. So that little kiss there just maybe just push the red in behind the potting angle of the other.
I prefer the yellows in the first place. Take the long one up into the top right. Make that ball their drop-ins.
Yeah. Yeah. Not the best cue ball, just sat on the cushion slightly. He's got the one in bulk with a little angle, but he's going to have to punch this through. Take the bottom one of the two and hold on the red. That works.
Only way to go. I think we'll see Shaun do too much here with the cue ball. Just stop it dead. Play another long yellow. Now we're going bottom right.
Yeah, man who trusts his potting. He's one of the best potters in the game.
Perfect. Well, you'd think he'd have already had a look at this yellow before he set off on his finish, but I'm sure that goes past.
Yeah. It may just be one of those, it's going to be close to the red and he's just got to push it towards the left-hand side of the pocket. So I think he was looking at exactly the angle he wanted. I think he would have liked another inch of pace there just to get the natural angle to draw the cue ball straight back, but he's still okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, just leave the cut and just use the cushion.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I only wonder if it's that tight. Sometimes if it's that tight, you want to be right behind it, don't you? Rather than leaving an angle.
To be
and
fair,
it is tight.
It was tighter than I thought it was, but
what a shot!
That'll do him.
What a great positional shot.
Lovely shot there from Chipperfield, and it's a 4-1, and this is a tidy finish.
Far knuckle. Wow. Wow, did not expect that. It looked in all the way. It looked towards the knuckle, but you felt it was going to drop at that pace.
Yeah. Would he play the red off the black into the middle?
Yeah, open up the other two.
It's just not only that, you're pushing the black safe as well and just gets it away, because if you're going to lay a snooker, at least the black's not over the pocket. And that's a very good shot. And he's got those reds apart now, Andrew Patchett.
Not the easiest snooker to get out of either. The two cushion escape, the reds in the way on the left-hand side. He was asking for that to bend a lot. He didn't get anything on it.
Yeah, I think if you're going to play that way, you have to really dig down onto the cue ball there, heavy.
Just push the two reds together at the top of the table, but Andrew does have the ball in hand. He can pick his angle. Yeah, that's the one. Probably just screw through the gap of the two reds. Can come around, yeah, just screw through the gap.
He's got a little angle now. He can just push the black ball now over that middle bag. If you punch this red in.
Just okay, I think. It almost went as far the other way than it was above. It's a little bit clumsy, but it's just okay. When we talk about these middle pockets previously, and they do play fairly generously, but we saw...
Ooh.
Oh, goodness me.
I mean, that is a bad miss there from Patchett. Just look where he's left the cue ball. He's left the perfect double straight back towards himself here for Chipperfield. And Shaun says thank you.
Yeah, he missed it first time, but...
And that's a big break, but what's the call? I just thought for a second then that yellow was going to come down and help the cue ball into the corner.
Yeah, it looked like it. Well, he's got the red to bottom left. Yellow's a touch awkward. The yellow that's just to the left of the 8 ball doesn't pass into the bottom left, so he's going to have to go reds here. They're not bad at all. He can use the one that's awkward on the left side cushion to plant upon the one to top left, which is what he's going to go for now. And then they're all there. Oof. Nearly missed it.
I mean, this is the thing. That's loose because you play that plant, you play it middle of the ball. That red should be now sat over the back.
Yeah, but worse than that, Tony. What's he on?
But yeah,
he's not on anything.
No,
he's not got a shot.
It's almost as if now after what's just happened in the last round, Andrew Patchett sort of is in the mindset of the world's against me sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he's sort of. I'm not going to say he's giving up the ghost, but he looks like a man that's just really not happy to be out of the arena, and that's not even going to help him either. And look what he's left now for Chipperfield. This is where, if you're Shaun Chipperfield, you have to hammer this home now, because this is basically, when your opponent's playing like this, presenting these sort of chances, you hammer this home, and you're finishing a match, because everything is going to hurt now. Every ball that Shaun Chipperfield knocks in is another body blow to Andrew Patchett. Just see that, sat there, the resignation of the arms folded, the body language is telling you that.
Just came from that previous shot. I mean, that plant, he's almost missed the object ball, and as a result, left himself on absolutely nothing.
Andrew's fuming sat there. I'm telling you now, he's fuming.
Got to be.
He knows he could. The scoreline could be the other way around. Well, maybe not that severe, but he certainly would. Oh, he's chucked 2.
Yeah. It could easily be 3-2 in his favour.
You've got the cool, composed, elegant Greg Batten against Chaos himself, a man that wears his heart on his sleeve and will show you every emotion throughout the match, Cole Bedford.
Such a dangerous player, Cole, isn't he?
He is indeed.
He's, I think he'll be pretty well focused this weekend as well. He's on a dry spell. He's not had a drink for over a month, and he rang me up this morning, and he was on the fitness bike downstairs. So he's in a good place. Should be in a good place mentally. Fiddly little kiss there for Shaun. Has left this very awkward. Should have been on something much easier than this. And now looking at some kind of audacious...
Well, it's red off the red into the corner.
Yeah, red off red, yeah. Simple enough, but his mind will be a bit clouded at the moment. Frustrated with the way things have gone so far. You just need to put that behind you.
We get to a stage in a match, and we should commentate with the great Jim White, Canadian snooker player, and he always used to call it the loser's stroke. And it's basically when you start hitting the balls, because you don't care now, you think you're going out of the tournament, and then you start to pot everything.
Yeah, you loosen up.
Like that.
Yeah. More like it.
Needs a ball.
Not the cue ball, though.
Not the cue ball. That's the second time we've seen that from Andrew today.
And
The first one was unlucky.
Yeah.
That one wasn't.
Yeah, straight in.
We were saying before, to screw straight in. That's your own fault. So, cue ball in hand then for Chippy. What's he going to do? Where's he going to go?
Red off red, you feel, to open up one of the bad reds. Still got another, though.
Got two down at the bottom right hand side of the table that are guarded by the yellow right in front of them near that corner bag. So you want to play that red off the red and also beyond that red at the top of the table, and he's sort of just a little bit annoyed with himself that he's left himself where he has. And this is only getting worse.
Yeah, that's no good. I mean, he actually pushed a red further down the table that he can now use to play off the yellow, but he's not on it. He's not actually on anything. If the that's loss of turn. That's
I'll tell you what, he
choice.
didn't want there. He thought it was just that yellow was just going to hang over the bag there, which would have been, I won't say disaster, but it wouldn't have been as good as where he has done it, because at least what he has done, he's now opened up that pocket for his reds. Still that red at the left-hand side doesn't pass. There's two yellows of Andrews. So Andrew's going to try and get the cue ball either in by those two yellows at the bottom. No, he's not.
Oh dear. So I think I wonder whether Chippy can play the red that's near the bottom cushion off those two yellows to open up that side of the table. Oh, he can take the... Maybe he was looking at taking the red to middle. Yeah, he's looking at the shot I was talking about, taking this red off the yellows. They're a little bit far away from the pocket, so it's not an absolute gimme. You really do need to pick the angle well.
Well, you can play it. There's a way you can play thin off the first one and it clips the second one as well, so it hits them both.
Well judged.
A bit short.
Yeah. Had the option to maybe leave that one at the top of the table till last, but decided to go up for it now, and he's... Oh yeah, that's a thin shot, and the cue ball would be moving. If he takes the one over towards the bottom right, he's got to cue it really well.
Yeah, very nicely done there by Shaun Chipperfield. Played the awkward one down the line. There you see, with his finger is where he wants to put the cue ball. So he wants to play this to the right-hand side, so the cue ball comes off the rail, goes through the gap of yellow and black.
Yeah.
Now, where's he landed? If he lands stuck behind that yellow, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. I don't think he... Whoa. This is tight.
He can't see that red. Surely
he can. Stop calling me Shirley.
Oh,
he's missed it. Well, unbelievable there, because he had plenty of room to hit it. He did it too thick.
He missed it. He missed it thick. You look at this overhead. It didn't look for the world that he could hit that. But yeah, definitely good. As I say, he missed it thick.
Andrew Patchett now just with this last yellow and the black, and he will drag one back, and he'll just trail Shaun Chipperfield by 2 frames should he make this. Well, when he makes it, let's be honest, he's not missing this black.
And it could easily be 5 each soon.
And there's still over 20 minutes left on the match clock as well, so it's going at a fairly a brisk pace.
Yeah. Well, he makes a ball.
Yeah, and he's got yellows as well.
He's going to like what he sees.
I'd say probably takes the yellow into the middle and try and just brush the black and yellow apart. If he can just screw into those two balls at the top, I mean, everything's there. So it's all about the contact if he comes in. There's no point going reds because you've still got the same problem with the black, and you have the opportunity to move it right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't like his angle. He's going to try and top it into him. Uh-oh. Well.
Now suddenly that becomes a big problem because there's not that many balls. I mean, all the yellows are at this end of the table, so there's nothing naturally there to be able to come back and move that yellow again. So snooker in behind by the look of it. Unless it goes to middle. No, it doesn't. It's just going to be a... Oh, that's clever. That's clever. That's well worked out. I got to say, Tony didn't spot that one. Clever little shot.
I didn't see it either, to be fair. I'm looking at the top of the table. I'm thinking just, if you can make it in the middle, all well and good, but just don't leave Andrew a red because yellows are, the same problem would have still faced Andrew Patchett where the black was, but he's knocked them apart. He's made that ball into the corner, but he's overrun this a bit.
Just struggling with his cue ball.
Well, he's just having a yellow clean. He's been nowhere near, so he's obviously spotted a mark on it as he cued down.
It's still okay though. He can just screw this through the gap. Red and yellows. A little glance on the red. Oh, he's missed the yellow. Wowee. What a funny match this is.
Yeah, it's just suddenly got a bit scrappy.
The two reds just on the 8-ball spot. A problem. He's got an angle here. He obviously feels the bottom one of the two goes to middle. So he's landed it. Didn't need to develop. Didn't realise you could get to the potting angle of this one, but there is enough of the red to see, as you can clearly see from there. And now pretty much in A1. Just needs to find a good positional shot here because needs to land just a... Looks... Yeah, okay. Don't forget he needs to get up table for the 8-ball, so should be okay. You can just drop this in, maybe just stand back an inch. Yeah, great angle.
That's all right now because that's perfect. So now we can just pinch this at a bit of right hand side, take the cue ball straight up to the top of the table, play the black into the top right hand corner. Just get right behind it here.
That's not the best. That is not the best.
Well, you got too much side and not enough screw. You sort of just half screw that with side and bring it at a lot sharper angle.
Yep.
You'd be on the, nearly towards the knuckle.
Missable this one now. Very missable. On these tight pockets, unforgiving. On another table that would have dropped.
That's
not on these Rassons.
That's certainly on the old table. That's in. This. Just see, it's come away from the rail just that tiny
fraction.
bit.
That's all it takes.
Enough. Yeah.
Wowee. Another twist. Another twist. I mean, Chippy, well, he'll be... Oh, I think he'll be over the moon because he would have been looking at that thinking 5-4 Andrew's break. I mean, could be coming back to the table at 5 each when realistically he could have put this to bed some time ago.
Chilling out, watching a bit of TV, having something to eat. That's the perfectionist. When you play, you could have had the match gone. The chances that you think were easy that you've missed, they sort of manifest in your head.
Dry break. It's not what he wanted. It's not the most straightforward table. You'd think yellows, surely, but just a bit of manoeuvring to do with the cue ball. I'm pretty sure you can get through to the one bottom right. Oh, no.
He's Played that very well indeed.
I can only assume that he couldn't get through to a yellow there, Tony. Cause,
nah, there was a better colour. I wasn't going to. Yeah, I wasn't going to stop you in midstream, but playing that off that red, he's opened the red up there. You've got reds at the top of the table, so you've only got the one that's really completely tough on the bottom row, but he's got so many opportunities to get into that. Even now, he plays the ball into the middle now, and he's going to leave an angle on the other red that's near the yellow and the red. There's just multiple chances to get into them. That's why he's chose that colour.
Yeah.
But I see why
makes a lot of
like.
sense.
I see why you like yellows. I'll tell you what, yellows you're always strongly. If you see both colours and they're both easy, I think you're more drawn to yellows because they're brighter. And I know it sounds stupid, but I used to look at it and I'd look at yellows first. And if I thought they look, if they were similar to reds, I'd rather take yellows because they just appear brighter in front of you.
Yeah.
More alluring. There you go. How about that?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
It's only the first time I've made any sense at all, I think, this week.
One good shot needed here.
Well, that red will pass. I think you can. Do you know what? I think you can run this one in by that's next to the black and just follow through. It's then getting onto the last red. Does he take the chance to play the one down the table now?
I was just about to say the same thing. Is the temptation there to get that ball off the table? But,
he doesn't want to get close to that cushion. No. Now then, Chippy.
Well, this is every bit as tough as the 8-ball that Patchett missed in the last.
This is going to have to be some fancy cueing to get out from here, I'll tell you. That is a great shot.
Yeah, very
That
clever.
really is. To play at that pace.
Yeah, loaded it up with loads of right-hand side to come top cushion and just nudge into that red.
Now he's got to steer past all the yellows in the middle of the table.
Coming around.
Oh,
He's
no.
hitting it. He's hitting it.
Uh-oh. That's a full ball. You cannot see any of that. Shaun just glances. I think he just a little glance at the clock there to see what's happening with that. He's not probably thought about that at all in this match, and just until now. That's close.
Just yellow first, do you think?
I'll tell you what, I don't know. I think he got the black.
He must have done. Referee calls it.
I thought he got the black, but then this is still a good
Shouldn't
chance
matter,
now.
yeah. Shouldn't matter. It's still a great chance.
You know, if you're Andrew Patchett, you thought you were going out of the tournament a few seconds ago. He's been thrown a lifeline. The clock's not going to matter. We've got 13 and a half minutes. That's bags of time. Nicely executed shot there from Patchett. Just wants to drop this down the rail. We're going to go another frame. Andrew's not missing these. And we are going to go to 6-4.
Yeah, Chippy's got the break in the next, though. So he's going to have a couple more chances to round this one out. Patchett needs time at the table. Will he get it?
Well, I think there's plenty of time. We're looking at 12 and a half minutes when these two balls are potted.
Yeah, plenty of time on the clock for sure. It's just whether Shaun gives him the chance. Because he's going to have
12 and a half minutes.
Breaks.
12 and a half minutes is plenty for 3 to 4 frames. If I'm the ref,
important to get them all touching.
If I'm the ref, I pretend they're touching, just take the ref off. I mean it.
Oh, what a split. What a split, but it's gone awkward.
Yellows have to play that plant at the top of the table and go for it. Yellow onto red onto yellow. Go game. Ball by the horns time.
Yeah, there's
no messing.
There's no question. I mean, Chippy's doesn't know any other way.
There it is. It's open. Okay, there's the 3 yellows at the bottom of the table. The outside one does go clean, but need to go into the 2 that are right at the bottom of the table. Sort of just the second yellow is just covering the one that's near the rail, just the spot where you want to hit it to pot it. Well,
he's torn, isn't he? Because he's just got the angle now to do it.
Top spin in. He's okay. That plant will go. Even if it goes to the near jaw, you can play the opposite side that you think you need to hit it to make the plant. It kind of goes the other way. So it's like a little reverse plant, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you can see from the overhead, it is just set to the side cushion. But as you say, if you play it to the
you play the wrong side of it,
and that's why he's gone this side.
But he's got to be careful he doesn't push the top yellow towards those two reds. So you could kind of just creep off the top of it here.
Nice.
I don't like it. I think he should have screwed back a bit there. He's left this thin. He can get the cut, but the cue ball is now having a ride. He's made the pot, and it's gone too far, and he's in no man's land. And here we go again.
He's making hard work of these.
And that was all because he didn't screw back.
Yeah, he did it in the last frame. Snookered himself on the 8 ball, gave it away. He's making a hash of these again.
He'll be fuming because this is 2 in a row where he's had the match at his mercy. Well, he went for the very thin cut into the corner. Of course, you see, not gone in. Andrew Patchett, you probably not believe that he's getting these chances. We're coming down to the last 10 minutes, so we'll be going to 15 seconds a shot. Pretty much after this red that Andrew knocks in. And there you hear the little bell. And now we will be, after this shot, 15 seconds a shot. So Andrew Patchett might as well use up the luxury of the extra time that you have with this shot and make sure.
What a very strange game this has been. Chippy's always been in front, always been in charge, but just not being able to get across the line yet. Had a couple of chances. If Patchett can round this out, there's also his break in the next frame as well to take it to 6 each. It's got the feel of one of those, exactly what it is really. It's a first round tie that both players are desperate to win because they don't want to be sat on their hands for the next day and a half or whatever it is until they play again.
Perfect onto the black now for Patchett, and this is going to be 6-5. He gets to win within 1 frame. He needs a ball off this break desperately. And he's got a red in the middle. He's also got a yellow in the bottom corner. What's the split look like? And I'll tell you what, Nick.
By some way, Tony, the best break of the match so far.
Absolutely. These are open everywhere.
Parks the cue ball in the middle of the table as well. Look at this. I mean, that is exactly what he wanted to see.
Well, he's been off 2 breaks so far in this match. One he was unlucky, one was his own making.
What a leave. Just come a trace too far though. I think he's still okay. I think he can use the top cushion, but may just have to. Yeah, he's having to screw past the natural angle to the top cushion and back out again. The red was in the way. He just travelled a bit too far, but he could just screw across, but hampered on the cushion now. Just a little bit awkward. Well, he's back in A1 position there, and actually has a lovely angle on the ball to bottom left to come back for short position on the 1 to middle. He's going to leave the 1 to middle. Sorry, the one above the cue ball till last. It doesn't pass that red, so I'm going to screw back.
That's a terrible shot.
Surely doesn't. I mean,
no, it doesn't. Don't even think it does, Nick. It doesn't.
No.
He's played that. He's completely lost his rhythm with the cue there. I don't know really what's happened then. He's actually really played an incredible shot to recover the situation, but now, surely this time, Shaun Chipperfield can end this match.
Was that deceleration? Did he just decel on it?
It completely. He didn't play when his arm wanted to play. I don't know. He did decel. It's almost like he feathered it. He jabbed at it and just pulled straight off.
Maybe just wanted to make sure that he didn't overhit it, because overhitting it was going to be a disaster. So maybe just
It was
had that in his mind and ended up deselling on it.
It was nervy and twitchy. It was what it was. It was 6-5 down. This is a 6-all.
Yeah.
And it happens to the best of us. I've done it myself. But this now is all about Shaun Chipperfield and this black to win the match. Down it goes. And Shaun Chipperfield, the last event winner, he keeps the dream alive of completing 2 in a row. He defeats Andrew Patchett by 7 frames to 5. Don't go away. After this short break, we'll be back talking to Shaun Chipperfield.